In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
I am a proud defender of our religious values that we have formed around your beloved honors and overall pursuit of justice. It is my pleasure to represent the regiment and to serve as the prosecutor on this very important case. On March 22nd in 2025, the defendants in this matter have made their disdain for our practices clear. By following and supporting a dangerous alternative to our beloved religion, I will hear they've made themselves liable to be sued and punished. You will hear many accounts from witness testimony and also information about correlating evidence that also connects the defendant to the so-called Zodiac Killer. At the conclusion of this case, you and after you've heard all the evidence, we are confident that you will return a verdict of guilty.
Very good. Thank you, iFrost. Thank you. Excellent. Defendants, I'm sure you've got some prepared as well.
Satos present alles fucking idiots.
Hold on, let me get my papers.
Oh Lord, he printed it out.
You dare say good event?
I would have been way back to
shooting
the
is on, mate. It's not on.
Oh
That would have been the only way I would have been convinced.
All right. Everybody, calm down. Let him.
Order in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Alright. Gentlemen of the courtroom, as we just heard, we've been charged with committing heresy by following a cult other than the cult of cheese. I must say, my clients and I are deeply offended by such an accusation. I shall prove our innocence. So, according to the Oxford definition, a cult is a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. But here's the thing, gentlemen. Zodiac signs are not a figure or an object. Sure, they are based on actual celestial bodies, but the star signs themselves are merely abstract concepts. Furthermore, it is not religious in nature. It is merely pseudoscience based on the observation of the location of the stars inside the zodiac belt. So, we don't really meet the requirements for a cult, therefore we cannot follow it. But, let's entertain the idea that it is indeed a cult, regardless of what I just said. In this scenario, we must consider the statement of the witness as well, who I'm not sure we've heard before. Can we hear the witness's testimony?
My testimony has been given by White Frost.
I shall present the written testimony. Axolotl, Hussar-Cat, and Scylla have committed a heinous act, discussing zodiac signs in the line during combat witchcraft. Axolotl and Hussar decided to start discussing zodiac signs in the line, causing large levels of noise and that distracted the line and took attention away from the line leaders. In that, the aforementioned Pookie the cat. Xylil decided to incite the heinous activities that further fueled the riot behavior. Unspeakable. Yusuf, for some reason, has dragged into being charged along with those accused mentioned, and was charged and hanged. A righteous thing, I might add. The truth is this, in this matter would be Yusuf is a victim and astrology crooks of the astrology crooks and was targeted for his sign what? And the stereotypical behavior that goes with it. I am deeply disturbed by this act of treason. May I add the question, what stereotypical behavior, what sign?
He was such a Leo.
There we have it again! Did you hear it? We haven't even started, they have already unveiled themselves as the heretics they are.
Objection, Your Honor, I answered his question.
Abstained.
Anyway, that is the testimony given. As such, we also want to have the testimony of another victim, aforementioned Pookie the cat. May he take the witness stand and
He's the judge!
I also actually didn't prepare anything. I went through that you were gonna call me forward. Anyway, it was like in this event, and there was like these guys. You're like saying words. It was really upsetting me, so I had some hangs.
This is not. This is not a trial for excusing your wonderful behavior, sir.
Oh.
It is just trial to accuse them further of being what they are.
Hang on, that was it. Guilty.
that comes later, your. Okay.
I'm afraid you cannot just call
No.
the defendants
Thank you,
guilty
thank
on the
you.
witness stand.
Here every week, fellas.
Thank you for the witnesses.
You're welcome.
We appreciate their testimony. Now I shall begin making my defense. So, first and foremost, I shall discuss the case of Yusuf. Now, according to the previous court, and Samuel's testimony in particular, Yusuf is guilty of engaging according to the previous court, Yusuf is guilty of engaging in earnest discussion about the zodiac signs. But as we heard Samuel's statement, the witness's statement, we see that Yusuf was just dragged along in it. Yusuf didn't do this, gentlemen. This is false. Yusuf has been a persistent objector to the discussions regarding the zodiac signs. The moment Zella mentioned the topic, he told us to shut up. Not to mention, Yusuf was bullied for his star sign, so it was even more unlikely that he would have wanted to engage in any conversation regarding the subject. Therefore, I must emphasize that Yusuf is innocent. He literally told us to stop.
I didn't hear it. The guy you were like defending was talking over you.
I just went in. I don't know what's happening. Hold on.
The trial is currently happening. Get on the server. Sit on a bench.
Yep, yeah. Give me like a minute. I'm loading in.
Oh, but you're not finished.
Just making up.
No, I was
unfair.
just. This was only Yusuf's part.
Oh no.
I thought the others were indefensible, but okay, yeah, go on.
Can we just hang him and get it over and done with?
No.
No.
This is a thing.
Alright. Moving on.
To sneak away.
I gotta say, you guys should be held in contempt of court, all of you. Moving on.
He's not wrong.
I shall elaborate on the situation
Are you
involving Axel
insulting
and
the
me.
judges? What's happening here?
I say we hang him.
We already have established a definition of a cult, from which we can deduce what the requirements are for following a cult. It is, gentlemen, religious veneration and devotion. Now, even if we assume that the zodiac beliefs are a cult, we cannot say that Axel and I are devotees of it. Discussing religious or any other topic doesn't automatically make one believer of said subject. Gentlemen, I must present the example of experts of theological studies. These people are well-versed in multiple religions. They talk about many religions. Now, we must agree that one cannot be a follower of multiple faiths at the same time, for that would be a paradox. Therefore, we can see that simply talking about the topic does not make one a believer. If you think otherwise, I must ask you a very important question, gentlemen, present in this courtroom. Due to the recent events, every one of us have discussed zodiac signs in one way or another. Are you a follower of the zodiac cult? Of course not. Axel and I merely conversed about the topic, but not even once did we state that we are believers. In fact, Axel, on multiple points of the conversation, has pointed out that he doesn't agree with these views. He called them stupid and has said that I don't actually believe in them. Now, gentlemen, I have not called out Axel on how he thinks the zodiac signs are stupid. Think about this for a second. If I were a devoted believer, and I must stress this, a devoted believer, one who would be...
Hey, wait. Same.
Saying something doesn't make it automatically true.
I wasn't...
Get to the point, sir.
The defense did that.
I am getting to the point. This is the point. This is the short version. If I was a devoted believer, wouldn't I have contested Axel's claims about it being stupid? Of course I would have. Otherwise, I would be a fake believer. Just for clarification, I must make a statement that I am indeed not a believer of the zodiac signs. I too share Axel's opinion that they are stupid. Gentlemen, Axel and I do not meet the devotion requirement of a cult, even if we assume that zodiac signs really are a cult. We are not followers of the cult of zodiacs, we are followers of the cult of cheeses. We love cheese. Lastly, I must mention Zelil's involvement in the case. Gentlemen, honestly, when did Zelil do anything wrong? The witness's statement is suggesting that he has incited committing the crime. Even if you did prompt Axel and I to talk about zodiacs, I must point out again that simple discussion about a topic doesn't equal to a crime. You can talk about things and elaborate on the viewpoints of certain beliefs without actually believing in them. Furthermore, Zelil did not engage in deep discussion with us. He did not get involved apart from being the one to start the conversation. Gentlemen, that I say is not a crime. Dear people present in this courtroom, if you listen to my reasons, you'll see that the 4 defendants are innocent. One was never involved in the crime in any way, a criminal act, alleged criminal act. In fact, he was opposed to the rest of us who were involved. Now, it goes without saying that we didn't commit any criminal act either, but in our case, I can at least see how there was a misunderstanding. Our case being Axel, Zelil, and I.
They cannot determine their own innocence.
But now that I have cleared up the situation, shut up.
Abstain. Sorry.
I tried to trust the district tribunal will make the decision. The correct decision. I rest my case. Thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just want to say he spoke out of term. That is cause for mistrial, but I do not want to.
Well,
Anyway.
he stepped on the stage.
I pardon myself for this. I'm
You
sorry.
can't pardon yourself. That's almost to be your boundaries.
Members of the jury, Your Honors, we've heard a very different story from a very questionable source just now. The defense may claim that what has transpired here was in self-defense. But the truth is, they stabbed. They stabbed and stabbed and oh wait, that's the wrong case. Our impartial witness indeed testified against their defense and the scenario they are presenting to us. It is not that they have only converted to a cult, it is that they've actively promoted it to our already weakened sheep that have already their minds broken down by years of indoctrination that we have successfully built inside of their inner thoughts. I just want to add, as one of my last points, that they have knowingly or unknowingly hurt our religious feelings with their barbarous behavior. It may excuse Yusuf, who has basically just been an innocent bystander, collateral damage, you might say, but the rest of them are guilty nonetheless. I will have you judge if their indecent behavior should be tolerated and set a further example for ruthlessness and endangering our and ruthless and endangering our potential youth and not youth. And it is on you to say if we tolerate that misbehavior or not. What would society think of us? What would society want us to do? Does society not want us to be the iron fist in the well, fisting away the evil, despite the circumstances? We demand the harshest of harshest punishments for the 3 remaining defendants. Oh wait, 4 defendants. Oh, how many is I can't pay? 3. There are 3 of them. There are 3 of them.
There is 4. What?
There is 4.
There is 4. Yusuf's now here.
Oh right, yeah. But Yusuf was exonerated. And anyway, yeah.
No, he's guilty. He said it in the chat.
But we want them all to be dealt with by the full extent of the law. That is my plea, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Are we having a discussion about this, or
I'll take my judges away, which is myself, Pookie, and BP. We'll come up with a decision and we'll give you an answer.
So I don't get to respond to the. Okay.
No, I think we've had enough from you, Hassan.
Could go into the back room and do the discussion there.
You're not even judging this situation.
Okay. We've had our discussion. Yusuf, the question here is, do you want to be guilty or not? Because we see in chat that you're asking to be guilty.
No, this has to be done legit. He can't decide.
Your Honor, may I talk to my client for a second?
Can you repeat the question?
Why did you not refer with them first?
Well,
Someone called me.
We can tell someone called you, but to be honest, I think I'm just going to remove your decision now because of that. You're guilty. Congratulations. Zillow, we also find you guilty.
Slam the hammer.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gamble.
Yeah.
Yay!
Axel, we find you guilty. Bazaar, we find you innocent.
What?
Yes.
This
It turns
court's an
out your
arse.
clients were fucking useless and gave you no assistance, only dug you a grave. So we thought it would be fit, but your clients die and you do not.
Can
You
they
can
go
live-
court of appeal?
You can live with the guilt of their lives on your hand, Hussar.
Oh,
So
man.
congratulations. However, the other three, you will be hung until you're dead.
Again.
Can I
Again.
behead them?
Numerous, I've got bad news for
Hassan?
you. This
I shall
is the court
record
of
this.
appeal.
Maybe shake
Right.
in camaraderie.
I think this is wrong.
Right, well, take those three away to the hanging block.
Alright,
Well,
you can
afraid-
follow me if you want.
Onwards.
We'll have you murdered.
Congrats on being unemployed to
I
start.
think that defense was
March,
very
don't
strong.
quit March, just March.
At least
I
you
think
can
this-
think
I think this is just biased.
And you make sure the no, they're closed up.
What?
Thank you.
Actually, come by the two others. Come
The
by the
charge
two
was
others.
them being a cult, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So
See, now, on the grounds of being fucking idiots, then yes, they were guilty, but on being a cult, no.
Alright, take your stages at the gallows.
That's why Nubis is like the best person.
can you stand in the front? Because I need to fix the thing still. So if you stand in front of it, so I can kick you into it. I want to
Is that
start
real?
suggesting kicking you into it. Come on, come on.
It's full up there, you know.
And you as well. Far enough so I can kick you in. Come
I'm
here.
missing one.
I'll stand in front just in
Zeno,
case you
move.
kick him over.
Yeah.
Your Honors, may
Right.
I make a statement?
No. Open the blocks.
Okay, there's
No,
only two.
no, hold on, no, please.
Other one. Yeah, the other one. You fuckwit.
That's so
Hello,
fitness.
come on.
Stand behind him! Stand behind him!
This
This
is
is
what
the
you
only thing that if the rope snaps when being hung, that's divine intervention.
Oh
We should
my
live.
god.
Come here, Yusuf, come in front of this one. Yusuf, come here. Stand in front of it.
Come on,
Kick him
Kilo.
out.
Kilo needs to die.
Divine intervention, yeah.
Kilo is evading the justice.
Right, Zilla, on you go.
There we go, I've chopped his head
Oh
off.
my god.
Justice has
sort
been
out.
perfectly served.
It didn't
No
work,
issues.
damn it.
You need to sort out. Can we do that again? Because that was a
Let's
horrible
do it
recording.
again.
So that was horrible.
Be
Like, I know executions are supposed to be horrible, but that was
It's
incredibly...
like the unfortunate
supposed to
case
be
of the head
fun,
doesn't
what the
come
hell?
off in the first couple
Great.
of swings.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think we should have a chopping block. That'd be amazing.
Oh, I would like that. I would like
that. No, but all they've got to do is like bend down and like do a fist underneath.
Alright, let's
and
try
do
this
a piece of
again,
wood.
Silence.
They got to wiggle around when the doors open up because they need to move the thing. You might have
Yeah.
to.
Hey, nice
day.
Come on.
Oh, it's fuck it, it's gonna.
Did you have a good
Wiggle!
Take a step,
Wiggle.
boys. I dare you.
Wiggle!
Oh my god.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Right,
Yusuf, wiggle
come
more.
on.
Go on!
There we
There
go.
Zillow,
There
wiggle!
we go. Fantastic.
Justice has been served. Ignore the other
Justice has been
corpses.
served.
What the fuck?
No, they were innocent.